Yo Rona here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna talk about a lot of info regarding levelzeroextraction's early access launch and some news regarding it, as well as some small details and info about some planned features. First of all, levelzeroextraction is launching into early access August 6th. The devs announced this a couple days ago, not long after the open beta ended. A much asked question is what the price will be, and the devs have said that it will be above 10 and under 50 bucks for sure, but I think we can expect something between 10 to 30 bucks. They will announce the official price closer to release, so stay tuned for that. The devs are planning to have seasonal wipes. I think this means all your loot and money will be wiped, not your cosmetics. Secondly, it's planned to have controller support on launch, which is very nice of course. And there will be balancing for solo players. One of the devs said,
"Solo lobbies not for now, but we want to have the two solos be a bit more viable than right now. Overall, it's your choice to go solo, you know, but it won't be such a nightmare than it was before, even though Bullet will say it's fine."
There will be an anti-cheat system at launch, which is very important because in the open beta a lot of people were complaining about hackers, so that's really nice. And I heard the flashlight will be a bit nerfed by making the battery life smaller, and that the EMP ability from the alien will drain parts of the battery if it's on while the EMP strikes, which is very nice.
In the early access, the flashlight will be a bit nerfed. First of all, the battery will be even smaller. Second, the EMP will drain parts of the flashlight's charge if it's on during the EMP.
Let's move on to some planned features that might be there at launch or later on. First, merc and alien progression. As a merc you will be able to craft your own neurochips. I'm not sure how the crafting will work and what your restrictions are, but they will give more info and details about this closer to release, so subscribe for that. For aliens you have mutations. While playing alien you will earn mutation points, which you can spend on different mutations, aka abilities. I think it will look like a skill tree of some sort where you can choose different options so that your alien is completely unique. Secondly, they have more contract variations planned, but I'm pretty sure those will not be there on release yet, I'm not sure though. They plan to add an upgrade system for your stash. Right now your stash is pretty big, so they want to make it smaller so that you have to upgrade it with money to make it bigger. Maybe in the future you will be able to upgrade your backpack as well. They are also planning to make it so that you can shoot through glass and other materials in the future, which I really like. And next they want to add an end screen for aliens where you can see who you killed and what happened to the other mercs, if they got killed by others or if they got extracted or if they extracted, etc. Moving on to some other info, we can expect to see random events every now and then, just like the ones we had in the open beta. They said they are not sure yet what events, but I think it could be anything from cosmetic related to rep/money related, like a double rep event or something similar to that. So that should be very exciting. But back to the open beta events. In the open beta we had a couple events. One being the rep event, where you had to max out 2 of your traders, the gunsmith Teres and the scientist Magnus. You would get the molecular biologist skin, if I'm saying that right, for Magnus, and the insurgent skin for Teres, both looking very awesome. However, there was a note from the devs stating the skins will be applicable to a high tier unlockable character. They later explained this meant that you need to unlock a character later on in progression, and only on that character you can equip these skins. Same for the preservation skin you could get if you play 10 merc matches. Not sure how the merc progression will go, so I hope we get more info on that soon. There are also 2 skins for alien. Same note for them, you can only equip those skins to a mutated alien once that is in the game, which will be available after the early access launch as far as I know. Back to the merc skins, because I saw something interesting. On all those skins you can see they have some sort of metal arm. Funny enough, that metal arm was posted as a tease not so long ago in dev updates on their server. So I'm curious to see if this arm has a special purpose gameplay wise. Maybe in the progression system where you need to buy the arm and then you can equip those skins, but I'm not sure, we gotta wait and see. Here are some fun stats about these events. 477 people maxed out Terrace the Gunsmith, 1021 people maxed out Magnus the Scientist, and 1228 people killed 100 plus mercs as an alien, with the most merc kills by one alien being 827, which is insane in my opinion, so good job to whoever that is. And the last thing I want to talk about is the new maps, because we got some new info about those. First being the Caves map, aka Turion. Turion, and I think Space Station as well, will be unlockable through rep. Turion is apparently 40% bigger than the South Pole Research Facility, so I'm interested to see how huge it really is. Also, every map will have its own AI enemies, like the mutants on the research facility, and some will have weapons.
Different maps will have different NPCs, of course. Some of them will have weapons, so that's just a hint.
Every map will have its own difficulty, with research facility being the easiest, Turion being a bit harder, and Space Station being the hardest. They are planning to have military NPCs on Space Station with weapons, I believe, so that's interesting. And as much as I know, Space Station will serve as an endgame map with really expensive loot to sell, but it will be the hardest to survive on, so basically high risk, high reward. I'm pretty sure every map will have its own contracts as well, so that's cool. And I'm curious to see which contract variations will be on what map, because I'm pretty sure every map will have its own gameplay loop, kind of, so I'm just really curious to see what the Cave map has to offer. And I think that's all for now. A lot of info, but this is not all. I got a ton of leaks actually, so subscribe if you want to see that video, and while you're down there, please like this video, it will help me out a lot. I will thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!